What's going on, guys? It's Matthew Noah here. I'm going to do a video on my grandfather. I did one on my grandmother the other day, and people seem to like it. So I'm going to tell you about her husband, on my maternal side. So I was the youngest of four boys, and there's a big gap. My mom was also the youngest of three, and there's a big gap for her as well. So by the time I was going over to their house for the summers and seeing them all the time, they were already in their 80s. My grandfather was always known to be a quiet man, and he was especially quiet as he got older. So I never got to have the same type of conversations I had with my grandmother with him. But let me tell you a little bit about him. So there was a time when my mom was, she was a teenager, but she was under 18. And I guess one of her friends' father had made some kind of comment to her, some kind of sexual innuendo. And he didn't call this guy's home phone. He didn't leave no letter. No, my grandfather was on that man's porch, and he wanted to have a conversation with him, and he wanted to do a little bit more to him. The guy never came outside, but that's just kind of how he was. And I'm a White Sox fan, but I still have an affinity for the Cubs as well, because my grandfather was a Cubs fan, and we would sit on the porch at night, and we would listen to the game on the radio. You know, we did it old school. We just sit on the porch, we'll make a little popcorn and listen to the games, and he really enjoyed doing those kind of things. And when my mom would come to pick me up, or anybody in the family was leaving, he stood on the porch. Everyone would do their goodbyes. He stood on the porch and he watched you take off. And you could still be halfway down the street, and you could look back and you could see him standing there, just making sure that you got off safely, you know, for as much as he could control. And just a good man, worked on the railroad, took care of his family, took care of everything, never had any trouble with the law, just did what he was supposed to do. And it's sad that, oh, you guys all right? Dogs are messing around a little bit, get into a little wrestling match. But yeah, he took care of his family, but when he got older, you know, he had Alzheimer's, and it sucked to see him kind of not know who I was and who everyone was. But there's one person that he never forgot, no matter what, no matter how bad it got. He remembered his wife, Beulah. Yeah, that's my grandmother's name. That shows you how old and far back they go. My grandmother's name was Beulah. His name was Chuck, or Charles Owings, but people called him Chuck. That, you know, wasn't related. Or his wife called him Chuck. But that's all I got. Hope you guys have a good one. Take care.